Hello and welcome back to Anchor Chicken, the show where there are no rules and the points don't matter. I'm Dax, and I'm tired of making intros, so I'm just stealing other people's intros. And whose line is it anyway? It's got a pretty good intro, if I'm being real with you.
True.
This is Kevin. Kevin, tell the people what you had for breakfast this morning. What'd you eat, Kevin?
I actually haven't eaten yet. I'm gonna be eating after we film this. But I
Zero
ordered
breakfast.
a Southern Benny,
A what?
Southern Benedict. So it's like biscuits and gravy with some extra stuff.
You could have just said I ordered some biscuits and gravy. What's the extra stuff? We have to know
It's
now.
fried chicken and eggs. Right. I'm
Okay.
doing scrambled eggs over a poached egg just because I think it'll hold up a little bit better in the meal. But yeah,
Is it like biscuit, then egg, then gravy? How does that go down?
biscuit, chicken, egg, gravy.
Okay. I would think like a scrambled egg would do better there. Although a poached
Yeah.
egg would have a nice like runny yolk. I don't really know how well that would play with gravy, but overall,
Yeah.
sounds pretty good. I don't know why I wanted to know what you had or are planning to have for breakfast.
I don't
It's
either. Now I'm just
noon.
excited about it.
It's
Yeah.
noon, so I'm not saying that breakfast has to be at any point in time in the day, but
Brunch.
traditionally this does not feel like breakfast. This doesn't even feel like fucking brunch, bro. You're into
It's late
lunch.
for both. It's late
Yeah,
for both.
you are into lunch territory. But you know
Breakfast
what?
food's too good though.
I love breakfast food, so you can have it any time of day. And in fact,
Mhm.
breakfast for dinner is one of my favorite dinners in the world. Give me some steak and eggs and a pancake, and I am in heaven, bro.
I'm here for it. We need to introduce pancakes and waffles back into dinner. Well, back into. I don't know that they were ever a part of dinner. If they were, let's bring it back.
Let's bring them back. Yeah, if you were having pancakes and waffles for dinner and now you're not, bring them back.
Bring it
No,
back.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Are you big on making your own pancakes and waffles, or do you just like buy the frozen shits and heat them up?
I don't have waffles unless I order them somewhere. I used to have a waffle iron, but like, man, I hate dealing with the spilling and like having to clean it and all that stuff. I just got tired of doing it.
Or you just don't
Uh,
like cooking at the end of the day, is what it comes down to. When was the
it's
last
not
time
the
you cooked
cooking I
a
don't
meal for
like;
yourself?
it's the cleanup I don't like. That's what
Okay,
gets
but
me.
but when was the last time you cooked a meal for yourself
Like from scratch
at all? That wasn't taking something out of the freezer and heating it up.
and heating it up. Yeah, man, I don't know. A while ago, if you count like a whole meal, I've cooked things for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, which wasn't that long
Okay.
ago. But
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really count.
it doesn't. It's because I don't like cleanup, dude. I hate doing dishes. I hate washing dishes. I hate putting dishes away. I hate having dishes. I hate spending all that time and effort cooking something and then also having to clean up afterward.
Well, if you have a local restaurant business near Kevin, let him know because he will absolutely order. This guy's probably running out of options at this point.
Luckily, the restaurants will continue to serve you even if you've already eaten there. So I can just keep ordering the same place.
That's true. That's true.
I don't, but I can. Yeah.
I was scrolling the other day. Speaking of people who eat a lot, and cook a lot, probably as well.
Yeah.
I was scrolling, whatever social app the other day, and was served up an ad for the enhanced games. I think is what it's called, and it's basically the Olympics for people who use steroids.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. I've had that thought for a while because
Same, yeah,
steroids became such a thing, especially in baseball. That's what I remember, right? Like the
huge, yes.
Sammy Sosa's and all that era of like
Barry
Mark McGuire and
Bonds.
everybody going for
Mm-hmm.
Barry Bonds, going for like home run records and everything. And then it was like, oh, they're using, was it HGH or something was really popular.
There's lots of them. HGH, Anavar, D-ball. They're using all kinds of shit.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, that's not fair. And then I think it got into like cycling too with like doping, which isn't steroids, that's something very different, but it's like performance enhancing stuff. And
Yes, yeah.
like in a way, I was always like, well, if it's available to everyone, how is it unfair? Right?
Well, I mean, it's relatively dangerous. First of all, there's some
That's
really
sure.
terrible
Yeah.
side effects that we're trying to keep people from.
Yeah, I'm not arguing to go out and use steroids. I'm just saying I'm talking about
Well, it's
fairness and
about like
performance.
Yeah, and in order for it to be fair, I think the idea is we don't want people to have to be willing to have a heart as large of as a horse to be able to play this
To
sport.
Yeah, which is fair, especially because and the biggest thing that got me in the argument for this is it has a very high likelihood to impact the behavior of children because
Yeah,
children idolize sports players, athletes, right? And they grow up to get to that level. You have to start early. You have to start when you're young. And so I thought that was a rough message to be sending back down the chain that, like, hey, if you want to grow to be a professional baseball player, you better start pumping steroids at like 14, 15.
seriously, a lot of those dudes did too.
Yeah.
Um, but this is something like the enhanced games specifically is something that I've kind of fantasized about as even as a kid. Like when Jose Canseco and all those guys were getting popped, I was like, why don't we just like make a whole league for a bunch of
For
roided
just the
out
roided
fucks to
out
go
dudes.
out and just like smash the shit. Like this is what we want to see anyway. Is
Yeah.
like
Like,
people smashing the shit out of baseballs and sending them into space. I want to see a halfback in football carry at least 10 out of the 11 people on his back before he goes down. You know what
right.
I mean? Like I want to see some crazy shit, and it sounds like the steroid games or the enhanced games. We can call them the steroid games. Fuck it. Like let's just drop the act. This is what
Just
it's the
call it what it
steroid
is.
games. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's like the kind of shit that they want to show you.
I'm low key a little here for it. I don't know if that's because we grew up in the era of like the blitz games, like blitz
Yeah,
football
NFL
games and like the
blitz. Yeah,
backyard
dude.
stuff. Yeah. Where it was kind of that. But there was always a little bit part of me too where it's like that's sort of how I feel I think in general about sports, where it's like if it's unfair, then just make a separate league for it. Like just like you do with weight classes and things, right? Like just it's not that you have to ban it, just separate it so that people who do it are competing with people who do it and people who don't are competing with people who don't, right?
It's what they do in bodybuilding. In bodybuilding,
Yeah.
there's the natural. I think they name it something else, but it's like natural bodybuilders, and then you have the open class, which means we're not drug testing you. This is open. You can do whatever you want, and those are the guys that are like have lats out to you know as big as
Yeah.
houses, look
They can't wipe their own
absolutely
ass
insane.
because they're like
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
walking
can't
out
really
like
turn to wipe their own ass. Exactly.
yeah.
They look insane. Like great for them. I'm glad that they love that. But like a little too much for me. If you ask me, that is a lot of fucking muscle, bro. Imagine like I know that
Yeah.
a lot of those guys end up having heart problems, and I think it's because like it takes like a massive heart to be able to pump enough blood to all of that muscle.
I bet. And I feel like because like I think your calves also kind of play a role of like helping push blood back up. I think when you
They
get big
do.
muscles, it like constricts blood flow. I'm not a doctor. I'm assuming based on very limited knowledge here, so don't take any of this as fact. But it seems like if you had big, overgrown, excessive muscles, right, that would constrict blood flow in general and just make it harder and have to keep your blood pressure higher to make sure that you can continue to effectively just pump blood throughout your body.
Seriously, dude, these guys are built like fucking horse dicks, bro. Just fucking big ass, muscly pieces of shit, bro. It's crazy. They're just like, and not that they're pieces of shit. I'm sure that they're perfectly fine, but like, god damn, it really takes a certain type of person to be like, not only am I going to just go insane and build the biggest fucking muscles I can, but also I'm gonna stab myself with this cocktail of drugs each week and like go past things that the human body was ever meant to achieve.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely wild. So, what's the deal with like the sports in the enhanced game? Is it typical Olympic sports? Is
I
it
think it
like
is.
old
I
school
didn't look
Olympic stuff?
too much into it. They had because like there are a few sports that just have not hidden from the steroid thing, right? Like the bodybuilding, right?
Mhm.
Obviously a lot of people using steroids there. They just don't test. Strongman, right? If you want to see big dudes lift some really impressive shit, guess what? They're gonna be doing steroids. So like Eddie Hall, Hafthor Bjornsson, the Mountain for people who don't know from Game of Thrones. In
Mhm.
fact, he was the like person on the ad that I saw for it. So he'll be like at the enhanced game. So I don't know if it's like if they're doing like particular sports. He's a strongman athlete, but I'm sure he could do some like track and field stuff. I would love to see fucking the mountain from the Game of Thrones throw a shot put. I bet he could
Shot
throw that
put. I
shit
was
out the
thinking the same
fucking
thing.
stadium, bro.
Yeah, like a shot put or like a discus or something like that.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
he would be a weapon of mass destruction with that shit. I imagine he could take down a fucking plane.
Yeah, right. You just huck it out of the stadium. Like,
Yeah, like his ass is just a cannon. He's like with the discus. You remember those like foam disc shooters that
yeah,
you could
yeah, the
get when
little
we were
disc gun.
kids? Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You turn them on, they whir up, and then you fucking cow send those things out. I actually shot somebody in the eye with one of those one time.
Ooh,
They were fine. They were fine. It's a foam
I'm
disc.
sure. Yeah.
Probably could have been bad, but they were fine. But yeah, I feel like he would be a little disc shooter to a discus, just like send that thing out
No
there.
arc or anything. It's just a
Yeah, just
straight line
straight.
until it smacks into a wall.
Seriously,
It's like
it'd be like,
just half a disc sticking out of a wall.
yeah, like I think they do shit like that in Tron, right? Like I think Tron, they
Oh
have like
yeah, it's
little
like a
discs that
weapon,
they
I think, in
throw.
Tron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Mm-hmm.
that's
Be like
Thor
that.
with the discus. So honestly, I really hope that that's it. I hope that they're doing like traditional Olympic sports, but just with these people that are roided as fuck.
Yeah, just push it to the extreme. Just see what you can do. Uh, that'll be interesting. Maybe we'll have to get some clips and do a future Anchor Chicken episode reviewing and talking about it.
We might have to. I think I'm probably gonna end up watching it because I just can't pass it up. Um, but like kind of looking back, I think that just like we spoke about, there are a lot of people who have been popped for steroids that
Mm-hmm.
you know
Yeah.
are usually people's heroes from like their favorite sports. Can you think of anyone that like you were watching sports way back? I know you don't anymore, but
I
way
used to
back
watch
when you
sports a
used to
lot.
watch sports.
Yeah, when I
Can you
didn't have to
think of
pay
any
for
of your
it.
yeah, exactly, everything's under a
Yeah,
subscription
right.
now.
Yeah.
Can you think of any of your like sports heroes that got popped for steroids, and when they did it ruin their image for you?
I gotta check. Let me confirm because I'm pretty sure I remember this, but I also don't want to like name somebody who ended up not getting popped. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair,
Um,
because I'm
but
sure they're watching this and they'll be super offended.
I'm sure they'll be super offended. Yeah. No, in that era, my whole thing, I did get into the baseball home run off of it all, right? Barry
Really?
Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire were like the three big ones that I remembered. And I was a Mark McGuire fan for whatever reason. And yeah, it came out that he had used steroids in the past. That and I think it was Lance Armstrong got for
That one
doping.
hurt. Yeah.
Those were the two that hit. Like I've always been less offended by that in general. I kind of told you earlier, right? In the as I mentioned, I always had the take of like, well, like you other people in the sport could also be doing it. So like it's not the most unfair thing in the world. Like especially the doping thing, I think with Lance Armstrong. That was if I remember correctly, that's when you like take blood when you have like high blood oxygen levels and stuff and store it, and then when you compete for like a long time you give yourself your own older blood back to like help you get over, I don't know, lactic acid buildup, something like that.
I thought they were all just using Endurobol. It's like some type of fucking horse steroid, and that's why they have to. That's why bloodletting was like really popular in like cycling. Like they would like have to cut cameras because they would come around a corner and guys would have to like stop on the side of the road and poke themselves with a pin and let their blood out because they were producing too much blood and their pressure was too high.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. So I just didn't really understand it. I looked this up too, but yeah, it is using enhancing substances. Um,
Because that's what
woof.
the whole you do. You watch the Icarus Project, right? Where like that amateur cyclist gets mixed up with the Russian doping coach in the middle of the Russian doping crackdown from WADA.
I don't think I did see that.
Oh my gosh, dude, that is a crazy movie. Legit. I
It,
mean,
it,
I just told you the
it
plot.
sounds
It's
wild.
it's a
Yeah,
like journalist who is an amateur cyclist who is tired of seeing like such a large separation between the top guys and everyone else who is not doping, because they're
yeah.
like so far separated that the only explanation is the fact that they're doping.
Hmm.
So he decides to like do a documentary on what it means to dope, and I think he like plans on doing it himself, and he gets matched up. He like talks to a doctor who talks to another doctor who matches him with the doctor who was doing the doping for the Olympic athletes in Russia. And in the middle of him like doing this experiment is when they all start getting investigated, and like some of those doctors start disappearing because Russia is offing them, so they don't like tell WADA what's going. It's crazy. You have to watch the shit. I'm telling you, it's a crazy documentary. I don't know if I have one. It never really, unless it was in a combat sport, it never really like changed my view. I think if you're like putting your hands on other people, like you probably shouldn't be doping. um, but in other sports, it was like, well, you got caught this time. In other sports, I'm almost positive most of the top people are doing it anyway. Whether it's
Probably.
football, it could be basketball. Like all those dudes are either doping to some extent, or they're taking all the substances that aren't on the list in order to like try to match some sort of like doping level experience.
Yeah.
Um, and when it comes to like professional sports, it's like you're really pushing the line of fitness between like what's healthy and what's not, because you're trying to
If we're being
perform.
honest, you're already past the what's healthy line.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
performance
think
is
there's any
hardly ever
level.
healthy. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I don't think there's anybody at a professional athlete level in any sport that is not pushing themselves to the point of injury or things like that, right?
exactly. And I don't know that people in fact, I wrote this prompt and I can't really think of anybody who like particularly got popped for steroids at all, much less ones that I was disappointed in. Most of the time it was people like getting popped for things that weren't steroids, like Michael Irvin and cocaine, or
Yeah,
John Jones and cocaine as well. Like these guys are getting popped for like cocaine or like other different
like
types of
recreational
drugs.
drugs or like fun
Yeah,
drugs.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Like weed
exactly.
was a big one. I think continues in some cases to be a big one for
That's
people.
so stupid. That's so
That's so
stupid.
dumb. That's so dumb. Yeah.
If
I think
anything,
that's
if you're a professional athlete, if you're a performance athlete that has to have a high heart rate and you're getting popped for weed and they're mad about that, honestly, I'm impressed that you're able to do any of that shit and be smoking weed at the same time.
yeah, like swimmers or something. Like, how can you
Yeah,
swim and
Michael
do that? How does it
Phelps.
not wreck your lung capacity and stuff? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm right there with you on that. But kind of in the line with the, you know, being a professional athlete is already kind of pushing beyond the point of this is healthy anymore. The movie that came out, I think last year about this, him. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that. What is that about?
Yeah, it's is it Marvin Wayans? It's one of the Wayans brothers, and he is like a franchise quarterback for an NFL team. He has like 6 rings or something crazy like that. Super Bowl rings for anybody who's watching and not a big football fan. Um, he's like extremely successful, and the whole movie is about this like young up and coming quarterback who is supposed to be taking over the franchise spot for the team, like going out to his like remote estate and training grounds and like training directly underneath him. And
Oh, okay.
it ends up progressing and getting kind of wild from there. And there's like some weird culty stuff going on. But the whole premise is like, if you want to be him, if you want to be that guy, what are you willing to sacrifice for it?
Yeah, that's tough. I think you see that in professional industries like everywhere, and it just comes down to like rich people, bad people often become powerful people, and
Mm-hmm.
and that means that you have to appease those bad people to get any type of wealth or power. And
Hmm.
that kind of sucks, doesn't it? That's kind of shit. I would like
It,
to see that movie though. What is it about like sports movies specifically that like is so damn good? Like it's so hard to find a sports movie that isn't good. I think like maybe it has
yeah, I
something to
don't
do
know.
with like understanding, like just a base level of understanding of the suffering, like the physical suffering, the shared experience of what they have to go through to achieve the things that they achieve.
Hmm.
So like it's a relatable like catharsis because you human suffering is just part of the condition, and a physical manifestation of that suffering, like working out or training really hard and then having that pay off to something really good. I think maybe it's just that like universal experience, but overall like sports movies, some of the most inspiring movies out there.
Yeah, we grew up in a very sports forward culture. I think there's
That's
American
true.
culture in general is very competition oriented.
We are.
Yeah, because we love an underdog story, right?
Mm-hmm.
We love a sports story, the romanticism of it all, the coming from rags to riches, that kind of thing. And like, I don't know. I think there's a whole conversation to be had about that. There's definitely benefits and downsides to being so oriented on competition as a whole for our culture, that you see in a lot of things across the board. It extends outside of things that are like competitive and into just normal everyday things where people get competitive about the products they use on a day to day basis and stuff like that.
Apple versus
Um,
Samsung. I've
yeah,
seen so
right.
many fights about Apple versus Samsung. It makes me crazy.
Like it's so stupid to me. You see it all over the place. You saw it in like console wars and video games, like
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation versus Xbox versus PC, and it's like none of these are versus anything. Like we're they're not competing for anything but your interest, and if you like one better than the other, then pick that one. Yeah, so I think I think sports movies. I don't know if it's a chicken or egg situation. Like did we become really competition focused because there was like a series of good sports movies that came out that really geared everybody in that direction? Is it, people were already really competitive and like sports a whole bunch and then movies came out to reflect that?
We were super competitive. We were super competitive before movies were a thing.
That's
So I
true.
think,
That's true.
yeah, I think it's the egg, whichever one is the egg. If the people being competitive is the egg in that scenario, then it is the egg that came before the chicken.
Yeah. People were definitely competitive before we started, especially mass producing movies.
For certain, for certain. Do you have a favorite like sports movie?
Favorite sports movie? That's a
I'm
good
wondering if
question.
ours is the same. Because I mean, we grew up with kind of the same sports movies.
We probably did.
Um,
I would doubt that they're the same though, because I feel like my answer is going to be weird for this.
oh
Maybe not.
God, now I'm
Um,
concerned.
don't be concerned. It's not concerning. I just don't think it's what you would expect me to say for this.
I bet
But
mine is
I,
exactly what you would expect me to say. So I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. Go ahead.
if I had to pick one, like the movie that comes to mind a lot that I look back on very fondly of in the sports movie genre is Moneyball.
Moneyball. Okay, okay, I'm
Yeah,
with that. I'm with that.
yeah,
I
it's a
think
good movie.
that is a far more adult reference than what I expected.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Yeah, I figured you'd be somewhere in the like, what is it, Mighty Giant or Mighty Ducks?
The Mighty Ducks. Wow. Of all
Yeah,
the sports movies to pick the Mighty Ducks, listen, I get it, but like that's not the one for sure.
what was the Giants one?
I want you to try to guess mine. I want you to try to guess what you think my favorite sports movie is because I feel like it's going to be obvious. I feel like it should
Is
be
it
relatively
Remember the
obvious.
Titans?
It's Remember the
You
fucking
remember the
Titans,
Titans?
bro.
Yep.
You know it's Remember the Titans.
Yeah,
It is such I can't I'm
it's
almost
not
crying right
radio.
now. I'm almost crying right. No, it's not fucking radio. Where they forced Cuba Gooding Jr. to
Cuba
actually
Gooding
go full
Jr.
retard. That is
Yeah.
terrible. Terrible. Don't get me wrong, touching performance, but like looking back on it, yikes, bro. Yikes. They had you going to places that no one should. Much
Yeah,
like Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface in Tropic Thunder. It's like, oof,
rough.
that didn't age well. That didn't
It
age
did
very
not.
well at all.
It did not.
No, definitely remember the Titans. Like I just thinking about
Mhm.
that movie, I get misty eyed. Oh my gosh, such a good movie. And the fact that it's like some true fucking story, absolutely
Yeah.
crazy. Another one that's crazy that is actually one of my least favorite sports movies, but crazy that it's a true story and came out I think relatively recently was Foxcatcher.
Foxcatcher.
Yeah. It was
What was
like
that?
and
That about
I'm
fox hunting?
I'm probably going to get a lot of this wrong, but it's like some well-off guy next to a college invites the college wrestling team to his like mansion to train there, and he like becomes like some form of coach or assistant coach. But then like listen, it was a hard movie to watch because it was super boring. But it's a true story evidently, and this guy goes like insane. There's some inciting incident that pisses him off. I think they're gonna like move the college team out, or he like does something inappropriate, and they're like, yeah, this is off. So he goes off and he starts fucking shooting him, bro. Starts killing him over there on his
Oh God,
property. Crazy, crazy story. It
that's
has
wild though.
what's his
Channing
name,
Tatum,
40-year-old virgin guy,
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. Steve Carell. And like this guy has like something wrong with him, or he's not all there. He's some form of autistic, or he's on some form of spectrum to where they kind of give him some leeway. I think he always wanted to be a wrestler, and that's he used his influence and his wealth to like get them to come and train with him, and he wants to be like a coach, but he also kind of like wants to train and live out that fantasy. And once that fantasy is kind of broken down because something goes awry, he just starts killing him. He goes crazy.
That is wild. That is wild. Wild that that's a real story. Ugh.
Super wild story. Super wild story. But I do kind of just love sports movies as a whole. I think there's just something easy to understand about them. Remember the Titans,
Mhm.
Rudy, right? We Are Marshall, like all that stuff. And it's funny because most of the sports movies I like are football. I think my favorite, like
Yeah.
probably traditional, like American style sport that we're going to make a movie about is probably football. There are other ones. I think Will Smith in Ali was freaking awesome. He played a really epic Muhammad Ali in Ali.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, boxing movies, I think, as a whole, have had a pretty big impact on.
For sure.
Uh,
Rocky, right,
yeah,
bro?
Rocky, huge.
Adrian, fucking Rocky
Creed.
is great. Creed,
Hmm.
an offshoot of Rocky. That was
Hmm.
where
Million
I.
Dollar
That's kind of
Baby, I
where I
think.
discovered Michael B. Jordan. Oh my God, Million Dollar Baby, bro. Hillary
Yeah.
Swank killed that shit. Absolutely killed it. That was such a good movie with such a terrible fucking ending, bro. Such a terrible ending. Like the worst thing that could ever happen, one in 100 million bajillion percent chance that something like that ever happens to anybody, and we got to like deal with it in this like crazy crazy amazing movie. Absolutely. I think boxing movies as a whole are great, but they also, I think, just like football, where it's like a really physical sport, and really
Hmm.
high stakes, dangerous. I think it's just there's something easy to understand about that, what they're putting their bodies through, and
Yeah.
to feel that same catharsis when they succeed or don't. Either way that goes. Um, so yeah, there's something to that. I think being able to easily relate to sports movies, whether they're taking steroids or not.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot we started this around
We
steroids.
did start this around steroids, and we went down the movie rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Um, but back on the steroids track, um, what other thing? Because steroids focused around like physical achievement, being able to
Hmm.
push harder, lift heavier, longer, whatever it is. How crazy would it be if like people started enhancing other things? Like imagine like an enhanced singer. You know what I mean? Like what if Christina Aguilera were taking like singing drugs?
Yeah. Or auto tune. right? Like I think
Yeah,
those
I
would be
mean,
like studio enhancements. Yeah,
auto tune is definitely like that. But you can hear that. You know what I mean? I'm talking like
a
I
trained person.
like
Yeah.
we're taking a pill
God,
and
could
we
you
like gain
imagine?
some perfect pitch or something.
That would be crazy. What would that do to the world of singing if there was just like a pill, even if it were like a prescription pill or something that would give you a voice? All of a sudden, you can sing now.
You know, it's interesting. I was looking this up recently. Um, it's what do you say? Approximated. It's estimated. That's the word. There
Mm,
we go. We're
hmm
worders around
hmm
here. I don't know if you've been here long. We're worders. It's estimated that only 2 to 5% of people in the world are tone deaf. So, like, if you reverse that, that means that at least 95 or like yeah, at least 95% of people in the world can carry a tune to some extent.
Yeah,
There's like lots of other things that go behind singing, tone, support, like all this stuff that make
yeah.
you
Breath
a good or a
control.
great singer.
Hmm
But that means that like singing is really not that much of a talent. Like 95% of the
Yeah,
world of people in the world can do it, bro.
I think that's a little bit of a hot take, but yeah, I feel like if you get into music and stuff, you do start to notice this that like singers are a little bit a dime a dozen. Like if you pick five
Mhm.
people off the street, two of them can probably sing pretty well. Like
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
think I think for most people when they say they can't sing, it's more that they don't know how and not that they're not capable of it.
It's more that I think it's more that they don't know how and they haven't found the thing that is theirs. Like there are certain voices for certain genres and like I'm
Hmm
not like I love to sing, but I'm not like a pop style singer.
Right.
I would
Yeah.
sound really weird singing some type of pop song, and people are out here like trying to bump their stereos to whatever K-pop Demon Hunter song that
Yeah.
they're
Something.
blasting,
Yeah.
and
And they're like, oh,
it's
I
not
can't
for them.
sing.
Yeah, dang, I can't sing. Really, you can't sing to
Yeah.
that auto tune mess. Neither can anyone else. you know?
Yeah. Yeah, some of those songs are very specific voice types, and some of them are like insanely difficult, even if you could sing,
Yeah.
to try to mimic that type of sound. Like, uh, Christina Aguilera is a big one, Kelly Clarkson, big one,
Mm-hmm.
Adele, like Alicia Keys. These people have astounding voices, and
Yeah.
like trying to sing one of their songs and being like, "Oh, I can't sing." It's like, yeah, most people can't do that. Like, even a lot of
Voices
professional singers can't do that.
and it's funny because we lived in like the golden age of American Idol and like singing
Yes.
competitions, right? And
hmm
it's so much these like singers are so iconic that they often tell people like just don't audition with these people's songs. Like if you think you're gonna pull off Adele, if you think you're gonna pull off Alicia Keys, you're fucking not. And if you're going to
hmm
show up with this song, it damn well be better than Adele or Alicia Keys, and that is a hard undertaking.
Yeah, honestly, if you can do that, you're probably going to end up winning the show. Like, you're probably going to be the best
Exactly.
voice there. But we like that's where Kelly Clarkson was from is American Idol.
Yep.
There were a couple of people on American Idol that just had studio quality voices live on stage.
I think overall, like trying to emulate some of those singers is what gets people in trouble.
A hundred
And
percent.
you have to find what works for you. Not only like what works for your voice personally, but also like the genre that your voice is kind of suited for. I
Mm-hmm.
think all of that kind of plays into how good you think you can sing, as well as how good other people think you can sing.
Yeah, honestly, something I think is pretty helpful in doing that. If this is something you're interested in, you want to try to learn to sing at least somewhat respectfully. I think show tunes are a great way to find like a bunch of different types of songs in different types of voices to try some things out.
You're not wrong. As far as like kind of like genre bending and trying
Yeah.
to like just like find something, you can probably just pick out like 4 or 5 shows, sing some songs from there, and kind of understand a base level kind of some things that you may be into or may not be into. But I also think like just going back to straight classical music and getting the basics right, and then growing from there is probably like the best way to go about it.
Yeah, it's like how you're classically trained to do it, right?
Correct.
It's
Correct.
start
You
with the
take
fundamentals and build up.
Yes, you take that classic training and then you start to break the rules along the way that you learned in order to grow out of that.
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, I think it's
On
obvious what I would no. What? You had something to say? Fuck you. I think it's
yeah.
obvious what I would this is I'm talking now. What I would choose to enhance if I were to enhance like anything else, I would probably enhance my voice. Let's be real. It's just what I like to do. But like, what would you choose if you could enhance just like anything? It could be anything. Like, imagine enhancing reading. Like all of a sudden, you can through a
Just
book
like
and read.
burn through some stuff.
You know what I
Man,
mean? Like, what would be your enhancement choice?
it might be, I don't know if this is a lame answer or not, but it might be memory. I think that's the thing that I find
Okay.
is failing me as I get older. Like I feel
Yeah, I
like
just
I
want to be
learn
able to
things
remember
pretty
some
quick.
shit.
Dude, if I could remember everything I had ever learned, imagine I'm already a bit of an insufferable ass when it comes to things because I have a
Oh
relatively good
God.
memory. Like, could you imagine me if I could remember to the T literally everything?
If you
Yeah,
remembered absolutely everything, you would have less friends than you do now. That's for sure.
probably,
If
probably.
you actually that's not true. It would be if you remembered everything and you took it upon yourself to correct everybody. You would have
Yeah.
absolutely no
And I
friends,
stayed my
bro.
high school self. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely zero friends. That was
yeah,
you in high school, wasn't it? Back in the
it was.
day, you were pretty fucking insufferable, man. You thought you
Yeah,
knew fucking every single thing, and anything that anyone said that was outside of that realm, you
we'd get
were
a,
shooting down immediately.
we'd
Immediately.
catch
We
this
couldn't even have
face.
a conversation about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, if actually were a person, it was
it
you
was
back
me.
then.
100%. Yeah, I fight that urge on the daily. On the daily. Um, yeah, so I like have I think memory is what I would pick to enhance to make like better via drug. That would be dope.
That is really interesting. And it almost starts to get into if we like start talking about how many things could be enhanced, all of a sudden we're creating like superpowers or super villains. It's like
True.
what if I enhance my speaking ability and all of a sudden I have like the power of persuasion, right? And now all of a sudden like we got mind control, going on.
Dude, speaking of superpowers, mind control and stuff is cool, but like I think power of persuasion is so underrated.
That's the one. Anytime someone asks me what my superpower would be, it's always power of persuasion.
If I only get one, yeah, if you like isolate a super trait, and I
Yeah,
can't pick like to mimic a full character's repertoire, right? Power of persuasion, 100%. Because I don't. If everybody only gets one, the person with power of persuasion's ruling the world.
exactly. You win.
Mm-hmm.
You win every time. All you have to
You
do is
won.
tell someone and it's over.
Yeah,
Unless
I'm
someone
here to
takes
kill
your
you.
ability
You're
to speak. Yeah,
done. Yeah,
that's it.
true. But like even that would be hard to do. You'd have to get that person when they're asleep or like not paying attention. You're not invulnerable if you have the power of persuasion, but
No.
you'd be a force to reckon with for sure.
Oh, big time. Big time. Because I'm talking the biggest, baddest dudes in protecting my ass, bro. And you
A
are
hundred
never
percent.
getting an inch closer to me than I want you to.
No, yeah, just infinite loyalty out of everyone, right? It's almost the like hive mind mechanic, right? Where it's
Yeah,
like just everything is at my disposal,
I would
crazy,
love
crazy
power
strong.
persuasion. Maybe that makes me a super villain. Maybe it makes me a superhero. I don't care. I just
Yeah,
want people to
maybe.
do what I say.
Yeah, I already think I own the world, right? And everyone's just borrowing it from me.
Yeah, you definitely want to. That's at the very least. We all
I
know that you blew that lid. What, like episode 2, episode 3?
episode one, episode two, something like that. It was
Yeah,
early.
somewhere in there. People already knew you were crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
But speaking of like enhanced speaking, Auctioneers, for sure. I don't know what they're on, but they are taking some type of drug. One, but I'm going to give me two, and but I'm going to give me one more. You got one more. I got three. It's like, what in the fuck? Like, that's
Man,
cocaine and something. That is
I
cocaine
learned
and something
recently
for sure.
there's a school for that. There's like a college for it on how to talk like an auctioneer. There's a method to that madness and people learn it. And it got me thinking, could I learn it? Like I almost feel like I would want to just because it would be fun to be able to rattle that off every now and
Just to
then.
do it, it's like a party
Yeah.
trick. Like, hey, have you ever heard
Yeah.
an auctioneer? Have you ever heard one like this? Just, hey, baby, you ever heard an auctioneer quite like this?
Yeah. I think it's crazy. And some of the stuff those guys say, like uh is it words? I don't know if it's words. Is it sounds they make in between words to make it sound like they're talking really fast?
I honestly cannot tell. I have no clue.
I
And
don't get it.
I'm pretty sure it is enhanced. I'm pretty sure
It's
it's an
like
enhanced sport.
if like doctor's handwriting was verbalized, that's what it is. Like it just reads as gibberish to me.
Ooh, what about an enhanced doctor, bro? Like an enhanced surgeon? Just like your shit up and you're good to go.
Is it like super fast? Is that what that means?
I
Like so
guess, yeah.
lightning fast?
Super fast, lightning fast and precise. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Just
it
never
just
messes up. Yeah,
it
every
sounds like a
word.
minigun. You know how like a minigun sounds like a fart?
Yeah, just
He just and you're done.
you just put patients on a conveyor belt as they go by. You just
Yeah.
like,
His hands moving so fast that they sound like an electric drill.
yeah, that's wild. That would be awesome, probably, because I feel like surgery is crazy. People go through
Oh
surgeries for
yeah.
like 8 hours, 12 hours, like 20 hours. It's like wild.
Yeah, don't. How about I'm not keeping someone working on me for 12 hours straight. And the most
Oof.
critical part is in hour 11. How about we get someone that can do that shit in 30 seconds real quick,
How do
I'm
they
down
do
for
that?
that.
Do they swap out? Is there like a shift labor going on? Like a surgeon steps in and another one steps. I can't imagine you could be doing surgery for more than like a couple hours at a time without needing to stop.
I don't know. I know that there are usually multiple surgeons in the room. And I know that they also take breaks during surgery. Like they have like stages of the surgery. So like they'll get to a certain stage where you will remain stable and then they go and take a break and like let their eyes rest and then they come back in and like maybe take
Yeah,
care of the really complicated part and then like clip you off and take another second and then they like finish it up. But yeah, I don't know if there's like a rotation or if like separate surgeons are doing separate parts of the surgery, but I imagine, I mean, it feels like they just, the way that it's portrayed in media is that it is like one head surgeon
just,
doing almost the whole
just
thing. He
doing the thing.
comes out wrecked afterwards, just
Yeah.
sweating and tired and has to lay down.
Oof. And like, it sounds like you wouldn't want them taking breaks while you're like splayed open on a table. But for me, take that fucking break, please. For the
Bro,
love
take
of God,
whatever you
rest.
need.
Like, yeah.
Whatever you need, because there's too many
Yeah.
stories about people getting sewed up with things left in them that shouldn't be
Oh,
in there.
God.
So like,
Oof.
please, whatever it takes for you to do this correctly, please take it. If it's a break,
Ooh,
if you
yeah.
need a beer, I don't care what it is, just do it.
Just do not botch this surgery because botched surgeries are crazy. That's up there in like top five medical fears for sure. That and the thing. There's a movie I think called Sublime that covers it. The like extremely rare phenomenon. If you have any kind of medical anxiety, I apologize for what I'm about to tell you. The extremely rare phenomenon of like succumbing to anesthesia but not having the pain reducing effects,
Oh yeah, like being awake, basically.
being
You're
awake and
paralyzed,
aware.
but you're awake. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Woof. Horrifying.
yeah. No
Horrifying to think
thanks.
about.
That is absolutely terrifying. There's a whole, excuse me. There's a whole movie about that called Awake.
Oh, is that what
And
it is?
it's like a horror movie though. They're like
Yeah, yeah. I
he's
thought it was Sublime, but I think that might be about something else.
he's like still awake, and they're actually talking about like harvesting his organs and selling them. They have like some type of underground ring going
Oh,
on, and he is like watching this happen, and is they're just gonna like pass him off as he died in the surgery.
on the
But he
table.
has like,
Ooh.
since he's awake, he has like his spirit has supernatural abilities to like tip people off, and he like is trying to get his
Oh,
family
interesting.
to like understand that something's wrong. And I don't remember how it ends, but that's like the premise of the whole movie.
Dang, yeah, that's crazy. That terrifies me so much. That would be wild. Hey,
Yeah, evidently my I can't remember what my dad was in surgery for. This might have been when he was shot. But he tells the story all the time of not being awake like that during surgery, but he actually died on the operating table. And he always tells a
ooh,
story of like hearing what was going on around him, and like them talking about him being dead, and he's like, no, I'm fine. And he said he opened his eyes, but when he opened his eyes, instead of being on the table, he was like hovering above the table, like watching people do these things to him.
dang.
And they brought him back to life, and like got sucked back down into his body. So like I'm not sure what causes that type of hallucination. But absolutely crazy that to like be aware at any point that you're supposed to be under should be wholly jarring.
Yeah, there's a whole thing about this. There's I swear there's like a Netflix show or something that talks about it in the last 10 years. But there's like a whole thing about that because that is a relatively common experience with people who die. They have these like out of body experiences or experience what they would describe as like an afterlife or something.
Mm-hmm.
One of them I specifically remember is a story of a woman who's going through like heart surgery who had like the same kind of out of body experience where you were like above yourself watching, and she was able to correctly describe the like label on the top of the surgery light. It's like a label on the back
Whoa.
of the light that she could describe, and it's like you never see that because it's like facing the ceiling and it's
Yeah,
well above you and everybody standing there, so like you're not going to look at that and just catch a glimpse of it at some point. And like doctors, I think to this day still consider it just a big question mark of like, is this a hallucination? Is there something to it? Because there, in some weird cases, there appear to be people able to like recount things they could not have possibly seen, even if they were awake on the table. They're recounting like stuff that's happening in the room next to them and things like that.
that's crazy. Scary a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, just one of those unknowns, man. One of those unknowns. Like, are you tripping hard on DMT, or are you actually like a spirit in the realm? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like even if you were like, how would you know what the nurse said to another nurse in the prep room? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's wild.
yeah, absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And a nightmare on top of that. So let's please enhance the doctors, so so we can like miss some of that shit.
Yeah, there's some kind of doctor steroid out there. Let's make that first let's try to make it healthy and then let's make it ubiquitous.
Yeah, and then we can enhance our judges. What if we enhance judges so they could like be human lie detectors and
That
actually
would
tell
be
the
kind of
truth?
crazy.
How crazy would
This
that be?
this feels like it's bordering on what was it, Minority Report, where they have the like prophets, the like
Oh, like
little kids
stopping
or
future crime?
whatever.
Yeah, I don't
Yes,
want to
like
stop
future
future crime.
crime
I just want to
stopping.
tell if someone's bullshitting. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. Still retroactive, but better at retroactive.
Yes, better retroactive. I still think you have to have committed the crime. But this
Yeah,
is like a more pure, like no more false convictions, right?
that would be awesome. I remember watching Wild Wild West. You remember that movie
Oh,
with
of course. Yeah.
yeah, right? There's a scene where there's like a guy dies to the big mechanical tarantula thing, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the good guys like get his head and bring him back and hook him up to this like projector thing and are able to project
Oh
the last few
yeah.
minutes of his of what he saw. I was like, man, if that was a thing, dude, murders would be impossible at that point. If all you had to do was recover the body and you could see the last few minutes of what they saw,
Yeah, it was like the
you'd be
last
done.
image they saw was burned onto the back of the retina, so they could see
Yeah,
like the guy standing there with the big saw blade that he took out of him.
yeah. It
I
was
remember that. I love that movie, by the way. Stupid
such a
movie.
good movie.
Stupid movie, but
Oh,
such a
so
good movie.
stupid. So stupid. Yeah.
It's the reason, and I almost catch myself saying this shit at work, and it's bad. But I will always say a breast of fresh ass instead of a breath of fresh air
Yeah.
because of that movie. I will. I've said it. I've said it at work internally, luckily, but have caught myself to be like, we got we got to reel it in.
Was it who was that in the movie with Will Smith that does the like
The Artemis
best
character,
moment? Yeah.
Artemis from the start of this. Who is it? I'm gonna look it up.
Do it.
Wild Wild West. It's
Do
like
it.
it's like some well known name like Kiefer Sutherland or something. Let's see. Kevin
Straight from
Kline.
24. Kevin Kline. Yeah.
Kevin Kline
Yep.
and Kenneth Branagh as Dr. Lovelace.
I
And
see.
Selma Hayek, who I'm pretty sure has like enhanced skin. I don't know. Selma Hayek has not aged in.
One
She
bit.
is a vampire.
She
She
looks
is a
exactly the
vampire.
same.
Looks the
Her and
same
Keanu
as,
Reeves.
yeah. Oh my gosh, Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is actually 700 years old.
It feels like it. It
Like,
seriously feels like it. This guy, this guy is AI.
dude, talk about enhancing. Oh man, have you heard that there's already a pill available for dogs to slow the aging process and extend their life? Have
Really?
you heard?
No way. I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
heard of
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry if you can hear me click clacking over here.
But
Stinking.
like, is it?
Uh,
Do they have like a good quality life living longer? Because that's like the fear of making humans live longer. It's like, am I going to live 150 years feeling like I'm like 150 years old, or am I is like midlife now around 100 years old, and the last 50 is like slow decline?
so I think it kind of resolves a lot of that because it we understand so much more about aging now. And I remember seeing this like Reddit post of like a headcanon or something that was like, how crazy would it be if we one day realized that oxygen's actually poisonous and it just takes 100 years to kill us?
Hmm.
Um, and like, that's kind of funny, but it's also oddly kind of accurate to what's happening because it's your metabolism really what kills you. You just slowly over time your cells replicate over and over and over again and your DNA starts to degrade and you start to like lose the ability to continuously do that. And that's when you have like degenerative diseases and chronic illness and stuff that pops up later in life, like your heart failing and blah blah. And it's because you just can't do that indefinitely. But they're figuring out now that because that's the problem, if you can get in and kind of artificially repair those systems, you can do it indefinitely and just continue to live like you are through most of your life, like your 20s, 30s.
Yeah, but like I'm good, man. I'm good.
We
I'm
talked about
like
this a little bit in that other
we
episode, right?
did, we did,
About if you'd
and
be immortal.
the more I think about it, the more like I'm only 36 years old, 35. I'm excel every time the year changes, by the way, I just go ahead and change my age. Like once
Yeah,
we're in 2026, I'm 36. We get to 2027, I'm just 37. I don't care. So like
yeah.
I'm 36 years old and already like I'm just so weary of people's bullshit. Like the longer I live just means the longer I have to put up with people's
The more
bullshit and like
bullshit I gotta deal
bro,
with.
yeah, I got to rest at some point, man. Like my time's got to be over, at some point. I can't just deal with this bullshit all the time.
I hear you, but in the vein of performance enhancing drugs, like I missed with memory. That's the one I would pick, the one that keeps me
Yeah.
alive.
Without memory, you would go with like cell regeneration, I
Longevity,
suppose. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You'd want to
longevity
be
for sure.
Wolverine.
I'm super scared of it, man, because I have like dementia and Alzheimer's in my family history, and like,
Mm,
woof, I don't want to
yeah.
lose my mind. That's terrifying. It's terrifying
Old
stuff. So yeah,
old age as a whole is kind of like not really the way I want to go, honestly. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to die young either, but I also just kind of want like a quick and very succinct end before I get to like anything super shitty.
yeah. Some people do that. Some people live pretty capable, sharp lives well into their like 90s, and then just one day they don't wake up, like that kind of thing. Like that's kind of what I hope for. Like
Yeah.
stay sharp, stay active, stay capable until one day, like way late in life, you just don't anymore.
I've said this forever, and I've even told my wife this. If I ever get to the point where I'm back in diapers, if we have done this type of thing with my
You having to
life,
wipe my ass for
just
me.
end me. Just end me. Yeah, if I can't wipe my own ass, if you're like having to carry me, take care of me, like just take me out behind the barn. It's
Hey,
time.
some states will do that. Some states will let you do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, medically
California
assisted.
has yeah,
I think California, Washington, and I think just recently, like Indiana or Illinois or something passed it. I remember it
really.
being pretty controversial for that state. But yeah,
Yeah, that's tough for me. I'm not sure. I don't like
we'll
maybe
have
I
to
just
say
want
that conversation to it for a different episode where we want to get into deep, like
maybe. I don't know.
life
I don't
defense.
know that I want me dying to be my choice. I still want it to be like either like
Yeah,
divine intervention or someone else like just deciding that they didn't want me around anymore. For it to be
ooh,
my choice is like a weird undertaking. Like it's that's a heavy decision for me, and I don't think I could ever make it. I have too much self-preservation. I like me too much to just be like, yeah, just, go on ahead.
I'm changing my answer. If I'm picking a pill that enhances anything, it's not memory anymore. If I could do both, that'd be great. Because living a long life, I want to be able to remember it. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Imagine if you the longer you live, the shorter your memory was. And then you're just like
Ooh.
to the point where your 51st dates, like every time you wake up, it's just a new life to you. That would be pretty
Someone should
crazy.
make that movie, right? Someone who just lives. Maybe it's like a curse or something, but they live and like every year they live, they lose like a year of their memory capability. So it's like constantly
Oh,
chasing it, right?
damn.
Till they get to a point where they like can't remember anything. They can't even remember
I
what they did like 2 seconds ago.
I can't even remember how to write. That would be crazy. Like they start to
Yeah.
lose their educational background. Oof.
Yeah, yeah. Like everything else stays fine, their body stays fine, but their memory goes away.
Dang. Scorsese, hit us up, man.
There you
We
go.
got the scripts over
Next,
here,
that's an
bro.
Oscar movie right there. Yeah.
All day, especially with the standards of the Oscars now, motherfuckers. Probably you probably win every category.
Yo, we did a music episode. We need to do a movie episode because we're both big like film fans.
Bro, who isn't a film fan at this point? Post COVID, when we all sat at home and
Yeah,
did nothing
right.
but watch Netflix, like
Netflix,
now,
fucking Tiger King.
yeah, oh god, which would not have been popular if we had
Probably
anything
not.
else to do. If we
Yeah.
had a fucking single thing else to do but sit at home and watch Netflix, Tiger King would have flown under the radar, I promise you.
But yeah, yeah, the pandemic was interesting for sure, but it definitely brought about a resurgence of movie fandom.
Oh, for sure. Everyone's a film buff now. Everyone's a
Mhm.
film buff.
Everyone's got a letterboxed.
Which acting, another thing that could be enhanced. What if you could, which I guess is just lying, right? Which I guess
Yeah,
really is just power of persuasion. So you can just lie so well that everyone believes you wholly. You act so well that everyone believes you wholly. There are
that'd
probably
be
some,
crazy.
I feel like there's some enhanced actors out there. They're probably just all the method actors, right? Like Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe, if you tell Russell Crowe, I think this was in a comedy sketch. I can't remember who said it, but it's like if you tell Russell Crowe that he's playing someone from 2 weeks ago, and then you hear him walking down the hall later, you'd be like, that sounds like a walk from 2 weeks ago. I swear to God, that was how people were walking 2 weeks ago. Like he is just so hella method. Like he has to be enhanced, bro.
I'd believe it. I believe it. I think Russell Crowe kills it too, man.
He does.
Not in
He
every
does.
role. Not in every role, because I'm pretty sure Russell Crowe is the inspector dude in Les Mis, right?
He
Uh,
is. Mm-hmm.
he plays, what's that guy's name?
I don't
I
know.
should know it. It's like on the tip of my tongue.
Javert. It's Javert.
Javert, yeah. Woof on that role. The singing, Russell, my boy.
Yeah, Russell can't sing too
You
well.
can do a lot
The
of
the
things you
casting in
cannot
that was
sing.
really interesting. I think, and it really hurts. It hurts in my soul because we spoke about in the musical episode how in musicals the you have to like what the fuck am I trying to say? I got some words, I swear to God. We're worders around here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been a
Um
long day.
the fucking thing. Fuck it, Kevin. I don't
That
know what I'm
thing.
trying to say anymore. Oh my God. No, it was about live performance art, right? In musical theater, being a live
Mm,
performance art has to have like
yeah,
every single night, the stakes have to be just as high. Every single
yeah,
night, that particular audience only gets to see it once. And in other movie musicals like Rent or some of these other, I think Into the Woods was one as well, where they're not singing live and they're lip syncing over a track, oftentimes those performances fall really, really flat, super duper flat. And especially like the body and character acting, like since they're lip singing, there's just like it looks like they're strolling through the park while they're singing. Like there's just nothing to it. But
yeah,
Les Mis, the decision that they made there to sing everything live and film everything live while they're singing, I was like, someone finally gets it. Someone understands. But then we casted some of the worst singers in Hollywood to play this. And don't get me wrong. Listen, Hugh Jackman started in musical theater. He got his start, like he became famous
he
through
has a
Oklahoma.
voice,
He has a
right?
voice,
Yeah,
but it
Greatest
ain't
Showman,
the
right?
one. It ain't the
It's
one,
not
bro.
the
It's
voice. Yeah,
it's definitely not the one for what is his name? Jean
um,
Valjean.
Jean
Jean
Valjean. Yeah,
Valjean. To play Jean Valjean, bro, you got to have a monster voice. That is a iconic character in musical theater that like you have to be able to pipe your fucking ass off. And that sure as fuck is not Hugh Jackman, bro. Love you, Hugh.
yeah,
You're a great Wolverine. You are not Jean Valjean, my man. What you looking up over there? I can hear you click clacking.
yeah. I'm click clacking because I'm looking up.
I'm gonna have to edit that out later.
I'm a little curious. Yeah, yeah, go for it. Because one of my favorite film musical adaptations is Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I love Fiddler on the Roof. Yeah, and I was trying to look to see if they took the same approach of filming while singing live
I
on
think
set.
some of
I
the older
imagine,
film musicals were.
yeah, like it feels like it is. I remember something else the filmmakers did for that is they made the choice to cast like unknown people.
Yeah.
Just as a whole, they were all new people to the scene because they were like, I don't want you looking at this and seeing, Hugh
Hugh
Jackman
Jackman.
as
Mm-hmm.
right. It's like, no, I want you to believe the character. Like, I want this is Tevye, I think Tevye to be Tevye. Um,
Yes. That was a Netflix play as well. Like early on in Netflix originals, they were
yeah,
casting only unknowns because they wanted them to be massively believable.
is that yeah interesting? I wonder if that influenced. Obviously, not everybody in Stranger Things, but a lot of the casting in Stranger Things
Yeah,
was new people, right? Like,
exactly.
is it Winona Ryder? Clearly not a new person,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Winona
Um,
Ryder, the guy who plays Hopper, we've seen him in a few other things as well,
yeah,
right?
but also not super huge. No offense. I think Winona Ryder is probably the biggest person on that
Yes,
cast.
for
That's from
certain.
like Beetlejuice and other things.
Hmm.
So yeah, same kind of vibe, and I vibe with that a little bit as a decision. I don't think it's necessary everywhere, but I think especially in places like on Fiddler on the Roof, it did such a good job of sucking me into the story. Again, it's why it's one of my favorites, if not my favorite, like movie adaptation of a musical.
I do. I prefer that type of casting decision over seeing the biggest and best names all the time.
The same people and the same stuff, yeah. Which is something I run into a lot now, watching. directors like Ari Aster or Yorgos Lanthimos, things like that, they have like crews, like acting crews that they work with. Yorgos
Mhm.
is like um, Begonia, Killing of a Sacred Deer.
I haven't
Uh,
seen Bergonia yet. I want to see that so bad. I think it
it's
just like
good.
I think it's streaming on something now,
It
and
is, yeah, it is now, yeah.
yeah, I
I think
saw
it's
that.
Amazon or something.
I saw the preview a long time ago, and I just recently saw it again. It's streaming on something. I'm like, I have to watch it because it looks so good.
So good, yeah. It's got Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons in it, and that's kind of like Yorgos and Emma Stone work together a lot, and so you'll see her in a bunch of different roles. But honestly, Emma Stone is an astounding actor,
She
like
is. She is.
so
Yeah.
crazy good. If Poor Things didn't do it for you, which one of the best roles I've seen anybody depict in anything, honestly, is
Well,
Emma Stone
that
in
makes what I
Poor
was gonna say
Things.
really creepy is that Emma Stone is fine as hell, but like also Poor
Hey,
Things is basically like a 2.5 hour smut film with Emma
that is,
Stone.
yeah, that's kind of the point of Poor Things, right?
It is.
It's very much deeply rooted in the message of that movie. But yeah, I mean, she is stunning. She's also amazingly good, and
Yeah.
I saw there's a YouTuber who's like this former child actor who's like an acting coach that does like reviews of specific scenes. What he does is he gets a bunch of people in acting class, like his own class, or I think maybe other classes, at varying levels of experience, and has them all act the same scene, and then shows and kind of talks through the differences between like the amateur actors, like the mid-range actors, the like professional, and then the actual movie that it came from, right?
Hmm.
And I saw him do La La Land in the scene. Have you seen La La Land?
Nope.
Okay. There's a scene where Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone are essentially arguing in front of like Emma Stone's parents' house, I think, at night, like on the street. And I had not seen it when I watched this. I actually watched the movie because of this YouTube breakdown. And like, I feel bad because I don't remember who it is, so I can't plug the person. I'll try to add it or maybe get the info to you so you can add it in the description or something.
Yeah, we don't
Um,
care.
like
Fuck that guy.
check them out. Look up the La La Land like film review or like scene review thing. You'll probably find it. I watched the breakdown of like all the different actors watching that without having seen the movie and without having seen the original scene shot. And he was like talking through and kind of critiquing some things. And we get to some like TV level actors and they do it pretty well. I was like, okay, that's pretty awesome. And then we watch Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling do it. And it looked so much like two real people standing and having a real conversation. And like, it's not a production value change, right? It's just two people talking. Yes, they're outside versus these other people who are like filming in studio or in rooms. That was not it. Like, it was the nature of the way they spoke to each other, the way they would like ad lib different parts and like interject things into the script, and like blew my mind. I had never seen a breakdown of acting like that before, and it made me watch the movie. I have now seen La La Land because of that, because of how crazy good the acting was.
Yeah, really, realism training is a big deal. And honestly, as someone who went through that in college, one of the hardest like sections of college coursework I've ever had to do because it really is about like you take the script isn't the script in realism. The script is a guideline and you have to take the
Yeah.
script and make it as real as possible. So that's where you get like some of the in fact, I think comedic actors are some of the best at this at taking the guideline of a script and like changing it to make it more theirs and ends up being more funny because they are comedians. But this it's the same thing in realism. Like you take this like relatively unnatural block of text and you turn it into something that feels far more natural through the lens of making it real through your training.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's not something I had ever thought about as someone who did not, take any classes on acting or anything like that. And then seeing it all laid out, and it was such a stark difference. And it was like, dang, I knew these people were good at acting because I've seen them in things and I've been told they're good at acting, but it's wild to see it on display like that. It really kind of highlights how crazy good. So Emma Stone, fantastic. Ryan Gosling, also amazing. There's a lot of people in Hollywood that are astounding. Actor Russell Crowe, another one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Enhanced even.
Gladiator.
They're
Oof,
enhanced.
enhanced.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gladiator, yeah. Crazy, crazy movie.
what a movie.
Um, but you know, the no names do it just as well, I think. Um,
Sometimes, yeah.
and I think the like reason, and we're obviously getting into movies here now. Fuck the enhancement talk. I think part of what makes or like what am I trying to say here? The obviously names don't sell anymore. They sell to a certain extent, don't get me wrong, but if names
Yeah.
were the only thing selling a movie, then the like resurgence of this casting no name people in a movie to make it more believable wouldn't be so prevalent. So now I
Mhm.
think it's really indicative that people aren't buying names anymore. They're buying concepts overall.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think we might have found our topic for a future episode because I think we could have a whole episode on this and like diving into movies and acting and all the stuff we've learned over the however many last few years slash decades maybe of us engaging in this. Because
We
yeah, it's very fun.
We maybe could. But before we do that, because we've been talking your ear off, and before it falls all the way off, I want you to listen to a little bit more, and we're going to play a game. We're actually going to play
Ooh.
Mad Libs. I think would be kind of fun, and I think I kind of want to mix this. I saw this done. I can't remember who I saw do this, but it was like
How do
a
you make Mad
mixture.
Libs a game?
It was a mixture of Mad Libs and Try Not to Laugh. So
Okay.
like we'll go through Mad Lib. You'll feed me words, and I'll read the Mad Lib to you, and you have to try not to laugh while I read the Mad Lib that you created to you.
Okay. And then what we flip flop?
Yeah, then we'll vice versa. How does that sound?
Okay. All right. Let's give it a shot.
All right, cool. I have a Mad Libs online thing pulled up here. I'm just gonna pick one.
Let me, maybe I should get this open too. Get ready for my turn.
Okay, I've got one. It's I'm not gonna tell you the title. I'll tell you the title
Don't.
after. I'll tell you the title
Okay.
after. All right. So, my God, this is a lot of words. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. I need an adjective.
An adjective.
Yes.
Um, tall.
Okay. Now I need a place.
I got to remember my types of words. Park.
A park. And a plural noun.
Mm, deer.
Deer. Both plural and singular. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
And another plural noun.
More deer.
More. I'm going to type more deer. Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Oop.
I'm sticking with it. More deer.
Okay. And another adjective. I need three adjectives in a row here.
Three adjectives. Tall, old, green. I know I'm using tall twice, but picturing a tree and
Tall,
that's what came up.
old, whoops, green. Okay. And a noun.
Mm, grandma.
Grandma. I can only imagine how this is going to turn out. And after that, grandma, give me an adjective.
Fast.
Fast. And a verb.
Jump.
And a noun.
Rock.
Okay. And a place. I feel like you're getting all of
Library.
your library. I feel like you're getting all of your words off of like third grade spelling flashcards here. You've got some
I'm
some very basic
Basic
fucking bitch
words.
words. Yeah,
Look,
you
I'm
got the
just
most
going with the
basic
first thing
bitch
that
words I've
popped into
got.
my head.
Listen, and what did you say? In we just finished filming like season 2, episode 3 of Drag Race, and this guy is over here saying like these phantasmagorical fucking words that have never been in his fucking vocabulary. And then he gets over here and he gives me jump and
Jump
rock
and rock.
and library.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try to zhuzh
All
him
right,
up a little.
no, it's fine. Come on, Caillou, give me an adjective.
Yeah, green, tall, um,
Fuck.
adventurous.
Adventurous.
Ooh, I'm
Oops,
throwing
misspelling.
some syllables. Throwing some syllables in there.
There's quite a few more syllables there. I'm proud of you for that. And a noun.
Another noun.
Another noun. We've got like 10 more to go here.
Oh goodness.
A long
Another
story.
noun. Can it be a proper noun, or does it just need to be a noun?
It just says noun. It can be a
We
proper
go.
noun if you want. I'll allow it.
Do the simple one again. Sticks. Or stick
Rock
if it
and
needs to be single. Yeah,
rock
and
and
stick,
stick.
baby.
This fucking guy. Adjective. Would you like orange this time? Are you going with another color?
just a basic color. No, let's do a fancy.
Fancy. I totally expect you to go like magenta because it's less basic of a color. Give me a song. Ooh, interesting. Give me a song.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Wow.
I wanted to make sure it was recognizable. You know what I'm saying?
Oop, I wrote tweenle, tweenle.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Tweenle, tweenle, little star. An emotion. Whoa, we're getting really interesting here at the end.
Ecstatic.
Ooh, ecstatic. Okay, and an adjective.
I said fancy earlier, huh?
You did say fancy.
Whimsical.
Whimsical. You really tested my ability to spell here. Give me a verb.
Luckily, you're reading and not showing what you wrote. So
Yes, yeah. No one will ever know. As long as I can say it afterwards, it'll be fine.
A verb. Frolic.
Frolic. And an adjective. Lots of adjectives in this one.
Yeah, quite a few. You know what? Now we'll go with magenta.
Okay, you're welcome for that. Magneta, magenta. Okay. And another adjective. Mr. Color Wheel. What you got in your spectrum today?
Cyan.
Cyan in the spectrum. This is going to be the most basic thing I've ever read in my life. A verb ending in ing.
Ooh, prancing.
Prancing. That's fancy. I expected something more basic like pumpkin spicing. I don't know.
Pumpkin spicing.
Give me an adjective.
Starbucksing.
Starbucksing. Yeah. Ugg booting.
Another adjective. Gothic.
Gothic. And a place.
Cathedral.
Okay. I saw it coming. It coming. And the last word, plural noun.
Plural noun. I did stick earlier, and I really want to do sticks here.
Okay.
Sticks.
Okay. Let's see it.
All right.
Go
I'm
mad.
lock in. I'm not going to laugh at this. It's going to be ridiculous.
Oh, boy. All right. Yeah. Are you ready? No laughing. Lock in. Serious time. Serious face. Perfect. This is called Nora's Going Away Bash. We threw the most tall party ever to celebrate our incredible friend Nora before she heads off to park. The room was decorated with deer and Silly, more dear. Everyone wore their most tall outfits, but Nora looked especially old in her green grandma. What the fuck? The party started with a fast toast where we all shared our favorite memories of Nora. Someone brought up the time she jumped a rock at library. The bad grammar. The bad grammar gets me so so good. Oh shit, that's a point. I'm writing down 1 point for you. I'm gonna let the snort from earlier go, but that's 1 point for
Oh,
you.
that's yeah. You look, you were
Uh,
hating on the simple words. Simple words, killing it right now.
killing it. Pretty good so far. Um, okay,
Sounds
back
like
into it.
Charlie Day wrote this story.
Someone brought up the time she jumped a rock at library, and we laughed so hard. As the night wrapped up, Nora opened her gifts, which included an adventurous stick, a fancy keepsake to remind her of us. Wow, that was the fancy keepsake, was an adventurous stick.
An adventurous stick.
When it was time to say goodbye, we all gathered in a circle and sang Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, which made everyone feel ecstatic. Nora gave us one last whimsical smile and promised to frolic us soon. We'll miss her magenta laugh and her cyan spirit, and her talent for and her talent for prancing. But we know she'll do gothic things in Cathedral. Goodbye, Nora. We love you more than sticks. Wow. What a story. I've got
Ooh,
a good little
I
two,
laughed
three
like
for the
5, 6 times
consistent
on that.
laughs. Yeah. I've got like 5 or 6 over here for your score.
Yeah. I think 6 is
Ooh,
fair, probably. Ooh,
that
if not,
was
maybe a
that
little
was
generous.
quite the story. First of all, a very sticky story. Sticks played a really, really big role in that story.
Yeah, gotta love sticks.
Oh man, Nora had a great tall party.
Woof.
Crazy.
Okay, that's funny. Okay, dang, six.
Okay.
6 is the number to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6. Yeah, 6 is the number to beat. Can you get me to laugh with your story or my story,
Can
whichever way you
can
want to
you
look
get
at
you
it?
to laugh? You know, yeah, we're really
Yeah, can
competing against
I?
ourselves here. I think.
We are, and you fucked yourself up.
I,
I'm not even gonna
look,
pretend like it was
simple
my
words.
delivery. Yeah.
Simple words. Do it a lot. Do it a lot there. Okay. All right. I've got one. I'm not. Again, I'm not going to tell you the name
Okay.
until we do it right. All right. Up first, a plural noun.
A plural noun. Dicks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next, a singular noun.
A singular noun. Dick.
Okay. Solid. another another singular noun.
Hair.
Okay, I see Drag Race still on your mind.
I
Another
guess so.
singular
I guess so. We just finished filming it. Dicks and hair must mean I'm still thinking about Drag Race.
Still thinking about Drag Race. All right, another singular noun.
Um, Xbox controller.
Okay, all right. An adjective.
Adjective. Uh, like slimy.
Ooh, gross. A verb.
A verb. Um, Sitting.
Okay. Adjective.
Adjective. Hairy. Hairy.
Hairy. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Person in room.
A person. I'm the only person in the room. I guess you. If we pretended like we were in a studio together, it would have to be you. So we're gonna
It
put
would have to
Kevin.
be me. Okay. Okay.
I'm so excited. I'm
Another
so
noun.
excited that you're in this story about dicks and
I don't
hair.
want.
Oh my god.
I don't want to be in this story. Okay. A
Oh
noun.
shit. A noun. Um Rat.
Ooh. What? Why you gotta say that right after you say me? I don't like
I
that.
just it has no
It was
correlation. I
the first thing
promise.
that came to your mind, is it?
It was.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Part of body. Should I
Part of
guess?
body.
Part of a body. Yeah.
This time, let's go with anus.
Sure. Because why not? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Adjective.
Adjective. Let's stay in the same vein. Poopy.
Poopy anus. Who doesn't love a poopy anus? Now.
No one. That is specifically most
Pretty
people
sure
don't love
everyone
that.
doesn't like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Noun. Let's
Noun. Yeah.
go with a jewel.
Ooh. Okay. An adjective.
Um,
We're almost done. We're
dry.
nearing the end.
Dry.
Dry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Another adjective.
Uh, thin.
Okay. I've got two more adjectives all in a row. So it's like four adjectives in a row.
Okay,
So give me two more.
two more. Sweaty and hot.
Okay. A noun.
A noun. Hot pants.
Hot pants. Okay. I'm gonna hyphenate this. You're
Yeah,
not describing
it's a
the pants.
hyphenate. Yeah,
They are
no,
hot
it's hot
pants.
pants. Mm-hmm.
Got it. A verb ending in ing.
Licking.
Okay, an adjective.
What's shaking your head so much for?
I'm just not liking a lot of these words.
Another adjective. Gold. Gold. That's a good one.
And finally, a plural noun.
A plural noun. Puppies.
Puppies?
End it wholesome.
I hope so. All right. You
In
ready?
the zone. I'm not going to laugh once. This is going to be boring because I'm not going to laugh.
It's not going to be funny. What's funny about Dick's hair and poopy anus? You know?
Yeah. Seriously? Nothing.
All right. This one's called the Oscars. Fitting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, this is like an Oscar speech that I will be giving. So here we go.
Perfect. Kevin's Oscar speech. Let's hear your
My Oscar
acceptance.
speech. Here we are.
By the way, all the laughing that you'll be hearing from here on out is likely Kevin. Not to be boring,
Yeah.
but I am far too competitive to let this go.
All right. You ready? You straight
Hit me
face?
with it.
You serious?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, ladies and dicks. I'm so nervous. My dick is beating a hair a minute. I didn't prepare an Xbox controller. I never expected to win this slimy Oscar. I have so many people to sitting. First and foremost, my hairy co-star Kevin, who was always in my dressing rat, held my anus when I was in trouble, and never failed to compliment me or give me a poopy pat on my jewel.
Wow.
When I did well, when I did well, sorry, never failed to compliment me or give me a poopy pat on my jewel when I did well.
Mm.
I also want to thank my dry director, my thin producer, and of course, the sweaty writer of the screenplay. Most of all, I want to thank you, my hot fans, and all the members of the motion picture hot bands. You're responsible for my licking this gold award. Bless your
Ooh.
puppies.
Bless your puppies. Oh
Bless your
my
puppies.
God. Okay, so I laughed 3 times straight up.
Uh-huh.
Straight up, 3 times I laughed. That was too good. Bless your
Yeah.
puppies. I swear I'm saving that. I'm using
That's a
Bless
good
Your
one.
Puppies for forever.
This
That is a
be
good
our
one.
outro. This be our
We
outro
should,
on Anchor Chicken.
that should be our
Bless your puppies.
Bless Your Puppies.
Bless your puppies.
Thanks for
everyone.
watching Anchor Chicken. Bless Your Puppies. I love that so much. That's so
Hey,
good.
I
Let's
think you
do
beat me again.
I did. Let's do one more each. Let's give you a chance to catch up here. I'm gonna look for a shorter
Okay.
one.
Yeah, let's do some shorter ones. I'm getting hungry.
Let's see. This one is not short. This one though is also not short. But this one over here, ooh, shorter. Okay. All right. What is this one called? Okay, got it. All right.
Jeez.
I need a name.
I'm trying to find a not super long one. Dax, since I was in your story.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. Then give me an adjective.
Um,
Sexy, manly,
thanks.
masculine.
Thanks. I didn't know what adjectives were.
I was just, use my name. I figure I can give you
Frumpy.
some adjectives.
Yeah,
Frumpy.
yeah.
What a
Frumpy.
fucking asshole. All right. Give me another adjective, fucking wise ass.
uh, stupid.
Stupid. I hope you fucking knock your two front teeth out. All right. Give me another adjective.
Okay, angry.
Angry. That's pretty fitting. And a fourth adjective.
So many adjectives. Persistent.
Persistent. All right. Now a noun.
It'd be ridiculous to go with stick again.
Wouldn't it though? Wouldn't it though? No, let's create some separation here. Give me something good.
Another noun. Car.
Car. Okay. Um and give me a hobby or interest.
Mm, pickleball.
Pickleball. That's the answer of an 80-year-old right there. That's great. Adjective?
Slow.
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 And a fancy restaurant or dream location.
Hmm. The
Which, I mean,
Maldives.
the Maldives.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a deep cut. If you haven't seen episode 1, go back to episode 1. And a plural noun, as well as another noun.
Plural noun and a non-plural noun.
Yeah.
Marbles and
Marbles
sauerkraut.
and sauerkraut. Trying to spell that correctly. I don't think I spelled it correctly. I just spelled sauerkraut. Sauerkraut. I don't think you spell it that way either. It doesn't matter. Give me an adjective.
um, mystical.
Mystical. Ooh, Harry Potter. Give me two names.
Hmm. Jack and Phil.
Jack and Phil. And a famous person or special guest.
Ooh, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. And an adjective.
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy. And a noun.
Clock.
Fuzzy clock, not where I expect you to go. You're way more PG than I am. Give me a plural noun.
um, plural noun. Hands.
Hands. And a name.
Peter.
Peter. And two adjectives.
My goodness. Verdant. Ooh.
Verdant. Okay.
And small.
Small. Great. This is like playing Mad Libs with my 11-year-old daughter.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I'm going to let you know that the first name you put in was Dax, there were spaces in here for partner's name, and that automatically got filled in by Kevin. I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird autofill. Like Dax was
You
the first name,
oh okay
and
because
partner's name was just
I
like
see.
it auto filled Kevin.
Yeah,
It's fucking
it was
weird.
that
So
form fill thing in yeah in the browser is weird like
yeah.
that.
So this is called the birthday plan.
Okay, great.
Reading the first reading the first line, I'm already so mad at you. I'm already so angry at this. All right. Remember, no
I'm not
laughing.
laughing.
This is
Not
like
laughing
silent
with me in this
library.
one.
All right, bet. Okay, Dax is the most frumpy partner anyone could ever ask for. Right now, they're planning the most stupid birthday surprise for Kevin, and it's nothing short of angry. First, they've arranged for a persistent car themed celebration because they know how much Kevin loves pickleball. Okay. But that's not all. There's also a slow dinner at Maldives, complete with marbles and a surprise sauerkraut that will make them feel like the most mystical person in the world. Honestly, who even thinks of this stuff? Jack. That's who. I think this was supposed to be my name as well. I'll go ahead and replace it. Dax. That's who. To top it all off, Dax has secretly arranged for Keanu Reeves to make an appearance because they know how much it would mean to Kevin. They've been crafting a fuzzy clock to present during the party, filled with hands that represent their best memories together. Seriously, is this real life? Everyone should be taking notes from Dax on how to be the most verdant, small partner ever. Kevin is one lucky person, and let's be honest, they probably know it. I think only like one or two laughs from you on that one.
I get two. I got the verdant and small partner thing got me a little bit.
Okay, so two laughs from you. That was good.
Two's
You did
pretty
much
good.
better.
Two's pretty solid.
I think the one that got you the most was they've arranged for a persistent car themed celebration because they know how much Kevin likes pickleball. That
Pickleball.
has nothing to do with anything.
Nothing at all. All right, that was pretty
All
good.
right,
That was a pretty good showing. Only two.
only two. So right now your total is at 8. My total is at 3. If as long as I can keep this under 5,
Under five.
we got
Yeah.
another W brewing up for the Daxter over here.
All right. I'm gonna need a person's name.
Oh, we already know we're going with Kevin. You may as well have already filled that in. It's Kevin all
Yeah,
day.
fair enough. Fair enough. An age.
Oh, like, hmm. It would be bad to go too young here. So I'm going to have to go older. I'm going to go with 176.
Okay. Noun.
And noun, um, toenail.
Okay. Number.
Number, 33.
Right. Verb.
Verb, rubbing.
Another verb.
Stroking.
Solid. Adjective.
Slowly. I guess that's an adverb, right? So
Yeah.
it should be like slow would be an adjective, I think.
All right. Place.
Place, under the bed.
Another place.
In the closet.
And then one more place.
On the roof.
Hey, all right. All over the house, apparently.
All over the house, bro.
An adjective.
Sweaty.
Okay. A food.
Food. Ooh. Hard boiled eggs. Hard boiled eggs.
Great. Great. An adjective.
An adjective. Stinky.
Another food.
Another food? Shit. Collard greens. COLLARD.
Yeah, I almost spelled it colored greens.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
Don't do that. Collard greens.
Collard
a,
greens.
drink.
A drink. Ooh. Fanta.
Fanta. Okay. All
Mm.
right. I need two more adjectives.
Two more adjectives. Okay, we're gonna go with sensual and sheer.
Sheer. Okay. And an exclamation.
An exclamation. Titties.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Are
Tell
you
me a
ready?
story. I'm ready. Not gonna
You
laugh
locked
once
in?
again. Oh, so locked.
Okay.
Bro.
This one's called Visiting China.
Oh no. Oh no.
Solid.
Can we tell this story without
I think
getting
we
like in
can.
trouble?
I
Okay.
haven't read it yet. We're going to read it together and see if this gets edited out.
Beautiful. We'll see
All
if we
right.
get canceled.
All right. When Kevin was 176, her parents told her they were going on a trip to China. They told her to pack her toenail. The plane ride was 33 hours long. She rubbing and stroking. When they got to China, she was very slow. On their trip, they visited under the bed, in the closet, and on the roof.
All over the house.
They ate a lot of interesting things, including sweaty hard boiled eggs,
Mm-hmm.
stinky collard greens, and Fanta.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Everyone had a sensual time. When it was time to go home, she was very sheer. Titties, she said. Can't we stay longer?
I love that. I love that.
There
That
you
is
go.
such a powerful story of your 176th birthday.
Yeah,
I
when,
gave myself two, so 5 to 8 over here.
that's fair. A little bit
I
shorter,
just,
but
you know,
you kind of wrecked me on that one.
I had to keep it shut in, had to keep it closed. There were some funny moments in there.
Feel locked
That
in.
shit was really,
Yeah.
really funny, but I had to like logic myself out of it.
Told her to pack her toenail.
Totally. Pack your toenail. And the she rubbing, what was it? She rubbing and
She
stroking.
rubbing and stroking. Period. That's the
That's
whole.
it. That's it.
She rubbing and
She
stroking.
rubbing and stroking. What's Kevin doing? She rubbing and
She
stroking.
rubbing and stroking.
You know, Kevin, always out there rubbing and stroking, baby.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
but I think you beat me again.
you know, as professional worders, Mad Libs, a pretty good game for us overall.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
Yeah, we definitely got to break your losing streak though. We got to find something. Are you good at
I won the
anything?
last game.
What you did? There's no way you won the last game. What was
Was
even
the
the
last
last
game
game?
the one of a one? I won one of them. I won the say the word in time thing.
I actually just watched that episode and we agreed that we tied there.
Oh, okay. That counts as
Mm.
a win.
That's a win in my
That
book.
counts as a
Hey,
win.
if we
We don't
both
record
won,
ties. Just
if we
enjoy.
both won, doesn't that mean that you also won? I feel that.
Yeah. See.
I feel that.
See, there you go.
Well, I hope that you enjoyed this installment of the Anchor Chicken Show. It's not that serious. But what is serious is clicking that subscribe button. I know that you guys are out there watching and you're not subscribed. Fuck that. And fuck you. Click the subscribe button right now.
Do it
I don't
now.
really, yeah, do it now. If you're on something that doesn't have a subscribe button, then click the follow button or whatever give us some love button there is down there. If you didn't like this, maybe you'll like First Time in Drag. Go check out the First Time in Drag podcast where me and Kevin review RuPaul's Drag Race. But until next time, we love you and we will see you next Monday.
Bless your puppies.
Bless your puppy. Bless your puppies.
Bless your puppies.